Ladies and gentlemen, picture this, a crisp evening in Copenhagen. The square at Amalienborg Palace glows under the lights, the Royal Life Guard standing tall, horses from the Guard Hussar Regiment pawing at the cobblestones. Then, one by one, leaders from across Europe step out of their cars, greeted personally by King Frederik and Queen Mary. It's not just a dinner, it's a moment where history, diplomacy, and tradition come together in a single hall. On that evening, inside Christian VII's palace, the King and Queen of Denmark welcomed the continent's most influential leaders to a special dinner. The occasion, the meeting of the European political community, an event bringing together prime ministers, presidents, and institutional heads to talk about Europe's shared future. Now, you might expect a glittering state banquet with sparkling tiaras and military uniforms. But this evening was different. This was a working dinner, designed for diplomacy, not just ceremony. King Frederik wore a sharp navy suit instead of full regalia, and Queen Mary chose a refined cream ensemble with a simple black jacket. Subtle, professional, and perfectly suited to the atmosphere. As the guests arrived, they were welcomed in the grandest of ways. The entire Amalienborg square had been transformed into a stage. Soldiers in their tall bearskin hats lined the palace, and the mounted squadron, with its elegant horses, reminded everyone that Danish tradition and pageantry are still very much alive. And then came the moment everyone remembers, the king's words. As glasses were raised in the great knight's hall, he spoke simply but powerfully. "I raise my glass to Europe and the people of Europe, with the wish for happiness and harmony, progress and prosperity for us all." It was short, it was deliberate, and it carried weight. Because behind those words was Denmark's larger role as host, not just of the dinner, but of Europe's conversations about cooperation, security, and unity. You see, these dinners aren't just about food or wine. They are about creating the right space for dialogue. A place where leaders can sit side by side, share a quiet conversation, and sometimes build the trust that formal meetings struggle to create. For Denmark, it was also a statement that even a smaller nation, through tradition and hospitality, can set the stage for big discussions. Amalienborg became more than a palace that night, it became a diplomatic living room for all of Europe. So when we look back at that October evening, we don't just see the images of Queen Mary welcoming guests or the military guards on the square. What we really see is a reminder that symbols still matter, that words of unity still resonate, and that sometimes, the future of Europe begins not in a conference hall, but around a dinner table. Thanks for watching, please like, share and subscribe my channel.